Hi, this is Penn McDonald, your host for Banter and Beans, where our tagline is What's Brewing in Vermont and sometimes in Montpelier, who knows? Anyway, Banter and Beans is, yes, our coffee. It's important. Banter and Beans is an expanded show introduced in 2025 by Ben and I, and that's Ben Kinsley, who's joining me. We brought you summaries of bills passed by the Vermont legislature that you probably didn't know about. Ben, do you know how many were passed this year? Like usually it's about 100.
Yeah, I don't know what the final tally was. I have to go back and look at that.
They keep busy. So this year we will follow the same format over the summer, as well as present occasional interviews conducted primarily by Dr. Palin Cohen and me with individuals involved in Vermont's politics, a small p. Tonight I'll be presenting two bills, one on a proposal that our treasurer, Mike Pichak, made to the legislature, and they accepted it. It's about a prescription drug discount card proposal. And the other one is about school safety and the PBS. Is it PBS? PBS.
PCBs, yeah.
PCB, close enough. PCB that's in our schools and what they propose to do. Anyway, so Mike Pichak presented a bill through Representative Black of Essex and Berbecco of Winooski. It's about prescription drugs and the cost containment. Mike's done a lot of research on this and had these two legislators present the bill to the legislature. The statement of purpose of this bill is to establish the Vermont Prescription Drug Discount Program to be administered by the Office of the State Treasurer. And it's a very exciting bill, and I'm, for one, since I'm retired and paying for the pills that come along with old age. The act is relating to the establishment of the Vermont Prescription Drug Discount Card Program. As we all know, prescription drug costs continue to skyrocket, and federal cuts not helping much, and a lot of people are losing their coverage. H577 will help Vermonters access their medications at an affordable price, we hope. It makes, if made law, which it has been, the governor has signed this into law, the drug discount card could collectively serve Vermonters millions each year without, this is the important part, without raising taxes. Mike said that Vermonters are feeling the pain of rising healthcare costs, which we all know, hurting both their health and their wallets. Under this plan, we can make medications more affordable, deliver immediate relief to families, and move towards a healthcare system that works for people, not against them. I want to thank, Mike wanted to thank the Vermont Senate and House for sharing their vision and for understanding what he was trying to do. So under H577, Vermont would join what's called Array RX, ARRAY RX, a coalition of states pooling their buying power to negotiate more affordable drug prices, which makes a great deal of sense. Vermonters could sign up for an Array RX discount card free of charge, offering up to 80% off of generic drugs and up to 20% off of name brand medications. And the card is accepted at most pharmacies nationwide and can be used for any FDA approved medication. Expenses, this is cool as well. Expenses incurred using the Array RX discount card would also count towards a patient's deductible if they submit a claim to their insurance company. And the program has provided success in other states. Mike, the treasurer, was testifying, and he was talking about the other states and what cost savings they have seen through this program. And so everybody was thanking Mike for bringing this forward because it certainly works for me. In states like Connecticut, they joined the Array RX residents. They're saving an average of $259 per month. That's an average using the discount card. Assuming a match savings rate, if just 1% of Vermonters enroll, patients could collectively save more than 20 million annually on their prescriptions. I think the important part of this bill is that it is available everywhere. You can use it when you're going on trips, and it does not. It does. If you submit your information, it does work against your deductible, and that's an important part as well. So,
Yeah, I think that is an important part because that was something that was added as the bill
right,
was being developed, and was not originally part of the bill as introduced. And that's an important piece that, this might have been totally outside of insurance otherwise, right? You could have had the option of paying with insurance or paying with your discount card, but not with both. And so adding that component allows you to pay with both. You can pay out of pocket with the description, with the drug discount card, but then it counts towards your insurance deductible. And so that's an important
that's
addition.
perfect. That's great.
Yeah.
Now they're effective this year. The bill was passed by the governor. They had put in it was less than $1 million. It was about $750,000, I believe. I don't have that figure in front of me. To begin organizing this and putting a system together. The treasurer is supposed to report next year to the legislature about how it's all going to work, and if he needs additional funding to get this off the ground. So I'm assuming in 2027, hopefully this will be in place and we'll be able to get our cards and save money. Um, it works. It works really well, and they were giving examples, as I said before, about Connecticut. So sounds good to me, and I'm very pleased that the treasurer has come forward with this idea.
Yeah, and Pat, I just want to share really quick because Campaign for Vermont has done a review of this bill. We reviewed dozens of bills during the legislative session. So I just want to share that with viewers if you want to check these out, understand a little more in terms of the details of how, this piece of legislation works, or one of the other pieces of legislation that the legislature has
Oh,
passed.
there you
This
go.
this is a great resource for folks. And so you can see, uh, some of the things Pat was talking about in terms of the details of how this program works, um, and how the insurance deductible and out of pocket gets treated. And then some of the reporting requirements. So, like Pat, you're just saying, hopefully, we're going to check back in and see how this program is working. Well, there is a report that is due in January to the legislature, for the treasurer to fill us in on what is happening with this program and is it actually saving money or not. And it goes into effect July 1st, which is coming up rapidly here. In fact, by the time this video is posted, it'll probably be after July 1st. And there is a $50,000 appropriation to get this program off the ground. So, a relatively modest investment for the potential of $20 million in savings for Vermonters. And so that seems like a pretty good return on investment right there. And something I want to highlight in all of the bill reviews that we do at Campaign for Vermont is we always do a pros and cons list. So what's good, what's bad about the bill. These are not like absolutes. These are sometimes hypotheticals, things that we want to come back and look at later on. And so those are always good to take a look at as well. And then of course we provide some analysis on the bill as well, kind of like here is our takeaway based on the bill's language and the what's going on more broadly in the healthcare space, for example. And so, one thing we point to in this particular bill is it helps reduce the purchase price
Right.
of the prescription medications, but it does not force down the wholesale price necessarily. And so, drug makers are still marking those up at astronomical rates, and this does not address that. And that particular issue is probably a federal issue, not a state issue to deal with. But at least it's something that starts, trying to move the needle in terms of the impact to Vermonters' pocketbooks.
Right. Yeah, and I'm assuming that the treasurer will give us a heads up when they're ready to go with this because there's no specific date for it to be implemented. They're just waiting for him to start the ball rolling and to get the structure in place. This analysis on Campaign for Vermont is excellent, and it really gives you a good idea of what the bill is planning to do. And I'm assuming the treasurer will be able. It's this thing is being monitored under his watch, and I think everybody will love it, and they'll give us a heads up so that we can get our cards and good to go.
Awesome. All right. Well,
Okay.
thank you so much
Um,
for introducing that bill for us, Pat. And
and I'm
for the viewers, stay tuned because we're going to have a lot more of these coming out here in the next couple weeks.
I'm assuming we're going to be covering this through Campaign for Vermont as it goes along next year, and perhaps take a look at the treasurer's report in January. Correct?
Absolutely.
Good, because it's important.
All right. Until next time, we'll keep
Okay,
track
there
of
we
what's
go.
brewing in Vermont.